Hello, 8th grade math students. Here are your 2.6 guided notes for chapter 2b. This day we're working on ratios and learning how to set up and solve a proportion. So make sure that you're putting your name at the top of your paper. That way that you can receive credit for your work. This package should have been in your red folder when you received it on Monday with material swap. If it was not in your red folder or you did not receive a red folder for some reason, then it is available online via the digital format in Google Classroom. Okay? Let's take a look at problem 1. The ratio of a faculty members to students in a college is 1 to 12. Okay, we'll write that as 1 over 12. There's 1 faculty member per 12 college students. At that college, there are 1,440 students. So we can write this as they are equal to each other if it's the same ratio, because we're trying to find out how many faculty members there are. We're going to use F for faculty. What we're going to do here is that we're going to cross multiply. So I'm going to go down. 12 times F gives me 12F on this side of the equal sign. If I go 1 times 1,440, I have 1,440. I'm now left with 12F equals 1,440, which is a one-step equation. I have multiplication here. I'm going to undo my multiplication with division. These cancel out. I'm not asking you to know 1,440 divided by 12 off the top of your head. So we use your calculator, your tools around you. We do that, and we have F is equal to 120. Or 120 faculty members at that college. If we go down to question number 2, we're trying to find unit rates. Be a couple questions in your practice today about this. The price for 8.5 pounds of compost starter is $15. So we know that 8.5 pounds of compost starter is $15. We're trying to find out what the unit cost is for 1 pound. Just for 1 pound. We're going to use X for the amount of there. We're going to set them equal to each other. We're going to again cross multiply here. 1 times 15 is simply 15. 8.5 times X is 8.5X. Again, just a one-step algebra equation. Divide each side by 8.5. Those cancel. 15 divided by 8.5 gives us a total of 1.7647. We're just going to round to the hundreds place, the 6. 4 goes down, so we're just going to keep it at 6. So our X value is equal to $1.76. So we can write this as for 1 pound of compost costs $1.76. And that's our unit rates. If you flip to the back side of that front page, we have 3 more examples to do on this page. As you go deeper underground, the Earth's temperature increases. In some places, it may increase by 20 degrees Celsius per kilometer, or 20 degrees Celsius per 1 kilometer. What is the rate in degrees per meter? So now I'm trying to solve for how many kilometers or meters the temperature changes. So I know that I have 1 kilometer times by 1,000 meters. I'm going to need to change it so that way this is 1,000. I'm going to simply multiply. Okay. So these cancel. I now have 1,000 equals 20 degrees Celsius. I need to divide by my 20 here. Take isolate C, divide by 20, divide by 20. All right. Sorry guys, this is wrong. We're now left with 20C over 1,000 if I multiply straight across. Sorry guys. Now I need to reduce this here for 20 degrees Celsius per 1,000 meters or 1 kilometer. If I divide each the top and the bottom by 20, when I divide the top by 20, I end up with 1. When I divide 1,000 by 20, I I'm not asking you to know that, but if you use your math skills, you should be able to figure out that 1,000 divided by 20 gives us a total of 50. So for every 50 meters, it's going to change 1 degree Celsius. If we go down to the bottom, if we're looking at problems that look like this, we can do these problems pretty quickly by just simply cross multiplying. 5 times 7, 2 times W. 5 times 7 gives me 35. 2 times W gives me 2W. This is multiplication. I'm undoing multiplication with division. Divide those two. 35 divided by 2. Again, not asking you to know that off the top of your head. It's going to give me 17.5. Or W equals 17.5. If I go down to the next one, you're going to run into problems like this today as well in your practice. Again, I'm just going to simply cross multiply. 4 over x plus 2 equals 1 over 3. Again, cross multiply. 1 times x plus 2 is equal to 4 times 3. I know that's 12, so I can do that right off the bat. Need to distribute. 1 times x is still just x. 1 times 2 is just still 2. One-step algebra equation. Take away 2 to get x by itself. Those cancel. I'm left with x equals 10. In your practice today, you have one problem that is very much like the first problem, the first example that we did. Numbers 2 and 3 are like examples numbers 2 and 3 that we did in the practice, or our guided notes. And then numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 here, they are not numbered actually, but these ones here are very similar to the last ones that we just did in example 4. Okay. Make sure you're showing your work on all these. You have a pretty short practice today, so make sure you're getting it done. Again, if you don't have this, make sure you're finishing on a blank sheet of paper. If you have questions while we're in class, make sure you rejoin the Google Meets to have those questions answered. If it's happening outside of class times, make sure you send me an email or ask me next class period. Thanks, guys.